Right now at 11, snow and rain causing headache across the Bay Area as a rare winter storm makes its presence known. We have live team coverage as we issue a microclimate weather alert. A live look at our radar this midday, powered by Storm Ranger. That rain, snow, and frankly, an all-out mess out there for a lot of those commuters who are trying to navigate this rare winter storm. Thanks so much for joining us for our midday newscast. I'm Marcus Washington. A reminder for you, you can watch us live on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and online. I want to begin today with new drone video. This is from Deer Creek Road in Los Gatos area. It's a glimpse of that white blanket which is coating parts of the Bay Area. Now, while it may look beautiful, it has stranded drivers and caused hundreds of vehicles to get stuck. And check out this new video. This is from Caltrans along Highway 17 this morning, where that snow is coming down. Hard closures remain in effect this midday. And that snow also causing issues in Cloverdale Unified School District, canceling classes today due to inclement weather. And this video, tweeted out by the UC Berkeley Central Sierra Snow Lab, it shows that yeah, look at that, all that snow. They say they've received 26 inches of snow since yesterday alone, and they're expecting another 7 to 14 inches today. This is for a break in the snow tomorrow, and then more starting on Sunday. But with all of this comes some chaos. This comes moments of beauty right here. Look at this. These images from viewer Neil Otterberry. This is from Poppy Ridge Golf Course in Livermore. A gorgeous sight as that sun started to come up this morning, but scenes like this obsolete for many of those drivers out there. We have live team coverage for you this midday. Want to start with meteorologist Kari Hall, who is tracking where this storm is now. So, Kari, is it tapering off a little bit?
We're starting to see some breaks here and there, but still some waves of rain and still the snow coming down in those upper elevations where those snow levels have even come down to about 1,000 feet in elevation around the Bay Area. But we are still once again continuing to see a lot of whites and blues here. That indicates where we transition from the green rain to that blue snow as you go up the foothills in East San Jose. We've also seen it around our radar site around Mount Umunum, as well as the Santa Cruz Mountains in those higher elevations. And we're still getting the waves of rain as well as you cross the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge. Really tough to see in that area. And it is clearing in San Francisco, but this rain is heading across the bay. Another wave moving into the East Bay, so Union City and Hayward about to see that rain coming back. And then for the North Bay, it is starting to taper off a little bit more there. There will be the case where we could see a little bit of sun popping out from behind those clouds. But notice the swirl of the clouds here as we are still seeing the storm system coming through. It's still bringing in some waves of rain, but the heaviest rain and snow has shifted farther to the south. Earlier this morning, we got a lot of heavy snow, and this is a look at Mount Hamilton Road that's closed at this point. So we all have to enjoy this snow from a distance. Do not try to drive up there because you will get turned around. But we are definitely going to see this causing major impacts to travel, as well as once it does clear up, we are going to see this really lit up in the distance from San Jose. So we're tracking all of this, and it was a huge impact on the roadways. Kris Sanchez at the summit in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Oh, it was such a mess there, Kris.
You know, Kari, we couldn't even make it to the summit because there was a hard closure of Highway 17. So we're at Bear Creek Road down south. This is where vehicles and cars and drivers are being rerouted. Part of the problem was that rainy, wintry, snowy mix up at the top of the summit. The other part was all those falling trees. Oh my goodness.
Stuck for a few hours.
Even in a four-wheel drive SUV, Tina Collins was stuck on Bear Creek Road for about 4 hours this morning. She almost ran out of gas. As you can see in her video, there was a lot of snow accumulating on the ground there.
It was just raining, then it started hailing, then within a few minutes it was just snowing, and there was just a storm. And it was just, the roads were just ice.
Richard Lewis was on Highway 17 South when he got stuck in this. He sat in the dark for hours, not quite knowing what to do next.
And I saw the big rig, he started peeling out, so I pulled over, and I guess he jackknifed, and I just been stuck there for hours, and then the snow just kept coming harder and harder and harder. Then the tree just dropped right in front of my truck, so I was stuck right on the road. and then the trees just kept dropping and dropping.
That was before the hard closure of Highway 17, Highway 35, and Highway 9. All morning long, the Caltrans signs were flashing information about the closures, and the CHP was turning people around, but many of them were still asking for detours. CHP Officer John May says the better bet is to stay home.
I would love for people to stay off the roads, to stay home, to stay dry, to stay safe. The back roads are not accessible. Do not try to get to SR.
All right, so don't get past any barricades if you see them. We still see people, though, all morning long coming up here thinking that they're going to find a different route around, and there just aren't any at this point. Even though it's dry right now, those trees are still down, and it takes a while to remove them. Even a Caltrans vehicle got stuck up there on the summit. So if you're tempted to get out and take a look, maybe wait until another time. Vianey, I know you've been tracking a lot of dangerous conditions on the roadways.
And it's been busy, but I do want to give props to all those workers out there who are actively, making sure folks are being safe. So if you do encounter an area where you see the workers, on the scene, please slow down and respect all signs. The workers want to get home safely as well, just as much as they want you to get home safe, okay? Bay Bridge Toll Plaza moving along smoothly. We've had some issues on the toll plaza before with downed trees. Not seeing any of that now. And I do want to show you an overall look at the Bay Area because we've still got a bit of that wintry mix coming down in those hills. So you can expect to continue to see some of the ponding water in the flooded streets right here. 82 both directions near Menlo Park, showing some slow spots because of flooded roadways. In addition to that, a lot of on-ramps along the South Bay as well in the Altamont Pass. 580 looking a lot better. Now this stretch was seeing some icy conditions. Now we're still seeing some of that start to clear out. However, one area that's going to remain a problem right here is going to be Patterson Pass Road. It's a tough road in general, let alone adding wintry mix to that. And of course, the highway closures in the Sonoma County area in 29 and also 17. No estimated time of reopening. I'll send it over to you, Marcus.
All right, thanks, Vianey. It really showed at lower levels this morning, the elevations there. This is that snow. So this is the backyard in Los Gatos. A man there, Bar Giordano, he tells us that he thought he got about a foot of snow, and it is feeling more like Tahoe than Los Gatos, he says.
Yeah, we're going to be digging out the rest of the day. Our power's out, primary internet is down, and, up here, neighbors all help each other. So we're going to be checking in with all of our neighborhood and making sure everybody's safe, and certainly not going to be going anywhere the rest of the day.
Now, Bart says, don't worry. He and his family, they are having some fun out there with the snow. They have been skiing and sledding down that hill in their backyard. Now, how cool is that? And that family is just one of many of them thinking that they accidentally woke up in Lake Tahoe. NBC Bay Area's Bob Redell is one of them for us this morning, joining us from Livermore. This is where, Bob, you said you've never seen anything like this in all of the years that you've been here.
Yeah, I lived in Livermore 20 years. Never seen the snow get down this low. It's actually retreating back up to the hills here in the South Valley. But earlier it was down more, but it's obviously things are starting to melt. We're on Tesla Road. You're looking south, as I mentioned. I would have to say that the snow at one point was down probably to 1,000 feet. We get snow in the hills in Livermore, but it's usually the very top. So that's not unusual. What is unusual when it comes down to 1,000 feet. Perhaps it was even lower than that. For the past couple of hours, we've seen people stopping along this stretch of Tesla Road. There's some people to the right of me right now. They're here to take in these breathtaking views and capture a moment on their cell phones before quickly slipping back into the warmth of their cars, because it is a little nippy out here. And this is Patterson Pass Road that Vianey was just mentioning. That's a windy 2-lane road that connects Livermore to Tracy. When we left there around 8:45 this morning, it was still shut down because of the snow. Alameda County Public Works was driving that road to assess what needs to be done to make it safe for drivers. And this is the concern. CHP tweeted out these pictures from the top of Patterson Pass. You can see the road is wet, it's slushy, and we believe it's icy in some parts. It looks like it got a couple of inches of snow overnight. And during the early morning commute, a number of cars got stuck, which caused a major backup. Alameda County Fire tweeted out that they helped over 100 cars get over the pass this morning. Now, we spoke with drivers earlier who tried to drive up the pass just to take in the sights, including one woman who's lived in the Tri-Valley for over 40 years. You ever seen it like this low?
Not like this. No.
Yeah. Well, what brings you out this morning?
Taking pictures.
Looky-loo.
Did you get some pictures?
Yeah.
Some good ones?
Yeah.
Over in the Diablo Hills, it looks insane, so it looks awesome.
Actually, I saw the snow. The Bay Area never gets snow. I just want to go take some pictures, man. It's very pretty up there. This guy's trying to get to Patterson, and I don't think they're going to let him through. So, but yeah, who doesn't want to just go and see the snow so close?
I shot this video at around 3:30 this morning. This is just outside the lab, the Lawrence Livermore lab here in Livermore. This is located at ground level on the valley floor at around sea level. And you can see it looked like it was snowing. I don't know what it was. There was no flakes, but there was some slush on the windshield. So it was a hybrid, but nothing stuck to the ground, at least not when I was there. That was not the case at around 5:30 this morning in the hills over Berkeley at Grizzly Peak Vista Point. We got pounded with large snow flurries, which stuck all over us in the grass, not the concrete. That snowfall lasted for a good 30 to 45 minutes. And back out here live along Tesla Road in the South Valley, Livermore wine area. Again, if you want to come out here and take pictures like people are doing right now, you better do it fast because, as I mentioned, the snow is much lower than it is right now, but we've had some rain. The temps are getting up. I mean, it's going to be a heat wave up here. It's going to hit like, the high 40s. So that's not good for us, but it is enough for that stuff to melt. So if you want to get the pictures, come out here and get it fast. And by the way, not only can you see it here in Livermore, you can see snow in the hills over Pleasanton and Dublin, and that's something I've never seen before. You see it on Mount Diablo, but you don't see it come down so low where it's just over Dublin or over Pleasanton for that matter, at least not in the 20-plus years I've been out here.
Look, we're
reporting
getting
live here in Livermore,
sights.
Bob Redell, NBC Bay Area News.
Yeah, beautiful sights for sure out there, Bob. Look, you stay safe and stay warm in that heat wave of 40-something degrees. Thanks so much, Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, take a look at this. So this is new video from NBC Bay Area's Damon Trujillo. He's showing us the snow blanketing there, the hilltops you see there of San Jose. Certainly, like Bob was saying, this is something we haven't seen in quite some time. Beautiful shots there. Well, check out these photos. This is from wine country. This is snow covering Muller Family Vineyards in Calistoga. This vineyard is on Diamond Mountain, about 1,100 feet up. They say that this is the most snow that they've seen in more than 30 years.